Hi, everybody. I'm Darek Mazzone. Welcome to KEXP. We're a nonprofit arts organization, and we're a radio station, and we're a very popular YouTube channel, and we count on your support to keep this beautiful dialogue going. It is my 33rd year here at KEXP, so I'm officially a long play record, and the show that I host is called Wopop. It's an important show because it brings artists from all over the world to your ears and to your eyes, and today we have a band from Tartu and Tallinn, Estonia. They're called Puuluup. They're amazing. You're going to have such a good time. Thanks for watching KEXP, and here is Puuluup.
Metsa, kas sa puid saab või metsa? Lähme vahelduseks metsa, kas sa puid saab või metsa? Lähme metsa poolale, lähme metsa poolale, lähme metsa poolale, lähme metsa poolale. Võps ja ole kuss ei kosta krõps ja kännu peal on kännu seen, kui sellest sulle süüa teengi. Kostab mürin, tõuseb teedol põõsas sagin, kes see sees on, ole siin ja püsi vaikselt, tuleb siilda, kõiki kaitseb. Aga kui kord tõuseb torm, et sa värvi on mu vorm. Aga kui kord tõuseb torm, metsa värvi on mu välivorm, vorm. Lähme vahelduseks metsa, kas sa puid saab või metsa? Lähme vahelduseks metsa, kas sa puid saab või metsa? Lähme metsa poolale, lähme metsa poolale, lähme metsa poolale. La metsa poolale. Assimi shamba, kamme sambawe, di mashino wete daya. Uma ke di mi shambo, uma fienna ki mi dambo, esse ko wete ka ede bugi. Attimi shamba, namme sambawe, di mashino wete daya. Uma ke di mi shambo, uma fienna ki mi dambo, esse ko wete ka ede bugi. La metsa poolale, 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 la metsa.
Hello to everybody, we are Puuluup from Estonia. I'm Ramo, he is Marko. We are playing Estonian traditional instruments called Talharpa or hiiukannel. It has actually many names. We are playing our own songs, our own tunes using looper. Some songs are without looper.
Mostly we are singing about sports and loneliness. But as we are folk musicians, of course, we have to sing about agriculture as well. Although the first song, it was about forestry.
Forestry,
yeah. And but now we go to our one of our main topics, loneliness, and the song takes us to our childhood, memories from the first disco night. Yeah, you went to a disco night, you wanted to dance. There was even a girl.
Many girls.
Many girls?
Yeah.
Okay, I had one. All right. So, but there is one obstacle, you know, this dance floor. Yeah, and you have to cross it, and that's not so easy. So you sit there, and the songs they begin and they end, and quite hopeless situation until one moment you see that actually she is looking at you and she's making an eye contact, and that's really, really encouraging. So you stand up, you cross the floor, and you're almost there, but just a few steps before you reach her, of course you see that she was looking at somebody else, at your neighbor. Yeah. But the next song we're going to perform, we really hope it's going to work as a, you know, protective magic against these kind of situations.
Istub toolil, ma püüan ta pilku ja pilgutab ta. Kas annan märku, et tule ja kutsu nüüd tangole ta. Esimest korda siin tantsul ei julgen sind puudutada. Võibari suitsune hõng ja hiline tunn mind meelitab unistama. Lund ma laubale, sulavat lund. Üksinda tantsima, üksinda tantsult tagasi. Daamid ja hämarad saalid ja vaata, kas noogutab daam. Näita mul õnnelik, et tegel õigus sind puudutada. Naalduda kaelale, juustesse uppuda, nuusutada. Ta on nii kena ja ma pole piisav, et teda kõigi eest tantsule viia. Nagu ta poole läheksin ma, aga ei julge kummarduda. Samba või salsa või tango milonga või keerutab linala kondade vaarandi. Mind ajab närvi, mikseid kinni juuste värvi.
Või vambola hippi, või vaduda numbi, vambola hippi. Vambola hippi, viivaduda duvi, vambola hipp. Üksinda tantsima, üksinda tantsult tagasi. Piivelehti keegi kaotad kimbu, ma üles korjan kõik need, mis sa nendega teed. On öö ja rästad laulavad kui kirbust, hõngu põhna veest riiete. Kaunis hetk, mil tantsides su embus, ma ette kujutan veel, ära kujuta mees on käsi kaela, jalgades on kergus, piivelehtedel unele. Üksinda tantsima, üksinda tantsult tagasi. Üksinda tantsima, kas keegi näegi mind? Üksinda tantsult tagasi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, normally we sing in a language which is called Estonian, but sometimes we also use a language that is very, very, very democratically ununderstandable to everybody. And of course, there is only 1 million people who can make the difference, whether it's Estonian or pure improvisation. But the next song is in
English.
Yes. At least we think it is.
At least partly.
The name of the song is...
TV on the street.
Yeah, and if you would like to know how it is in Estonian, we can translate it to you, yes? TV in Estonian is TV.
Eerst neem je doe meer klein, dinne fijn en boem en gauwe. Once and giving guns a blazing. Ook je chipje, doe meer zawie. I meer sha, die meer fa, die kick on. No, I can't move on, but I'm dancing. No, I can't move on, but I'm dancing. TV on the street, TV on the street. I am TV on the street. TV on the street. Asja, weekend de magia, doe me zeppe, don't give me a bone, give me the DJ gas, bebe, shagasta, boomangel, and dimmy and go. Once and giving gun a favor, dimmy chilly, gushing after. Yes, can I do me a klein, tiki coming in the No, I can't move on, but I'm dancing. No, I can't move on, but I'm dancing. TV on the street, TV on the street. I am TV on the street, TV on the street. No, I can't move on, but I'm dancing. No, I can't move on, but I'm dancing. TV on the street, TV on the street. I am TV on the street, TV on the street. No, I can't move on, but I'm dancing. No, I can't move on, but I'm dancing. TV on the street, street, street. TV on the street, street, street. TV on the street, street, street. TV on the street.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Now we're going to finish with a song that originally is a dance, so you should actually be able to dance to it. And but we are not going to dance this time, yes, because we are going to perform this song in an acoustic version, and we are going to really play the instruments and sing. But I'm going to give you a very, very, very quick workshop of how to dance that dance. Yeah, so bring your hands to the front and turn your fists up, and then we start moving the hands 2 times left and 2 times right, and the knees, they come straight up like this. So with music it would be something like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Narkomaanid pole midagi teinud, leidin meie seljas on prügikasti leid. Politsei kroonika ja suvilas on reid, ainus kott, mis näha täis pandipudeleid. Me pole narkomaanid, pole midagi teinud, leidin meie seljas on prügikasti leid. politsei kroonika ja suvilas on reid. Vormis mehed külas, mul on väga okei. Seda saab huugama ära, meid kuulan täna, see kott vii ära. Ma ei tea narkootikume, limpsiden ja siidrit, et ma ei suudaks teha vitamiinil spiidil. Seda saab huugama ära, meid kuulan täna, see kott vii ära. Pilvikud ja šampinjonid, kus on teie niidid, käivitate minuga ja naruköögipiidid. Pardikesed väikesed, kuid moonid on nii pikad, mõnuaineid vällimeeles, seda teevad rikkad. Kohal vara hommikul ja kiirevad kui kikad, ära viisid kommid mul need kurva näoga plikad. Mõnuaineid välbimeevad, sest me pole rikkad, Darekesed tagaloo sul laual ainult kikad. Prillid on pupillid, ei mul pulli pärast ikka, läbi näevad kõigestest, kes jõudnud esiriita. Hey, 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 hey. Ole vaid ja ma pole teinud, kui ümber minu aind on see tantsvantsi käind. Ole vaid ja ma pole näinud, kui ümber minu aind on see tantsvantsi käind. Kuula seda, saab huugama ära, meid kuulan täna, see kott vii ära. Ma ei tea narkootikume, limpsiden ja siidrit, et ma ei suudaks teha vitamiinil spiidi. Kuula seda, saab huugama ära, meid kuulan täna, see kott vii ära. Pilvikud ja šampinjonid, kus on teie niidid, käivitate minuga ja naruköögipiidid.
Puuluup, KEXP. Marko, Veisson from Tartu, Estonia, and Ramo from Tallinn, Estonia. A beautiful country, beautiful music. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us here.
That was fun. The last song, okay, I'm going to try this. Nendest narkootikumidest me küll midagi.
Super. Very good.
Thank you, thank you. You did this with Piet Minust?
Viis Miinust.
Viis Miinust. And that was a Eurovision finalist.
It was, yes.
So that must have been a very interesting experience for you, because when you think of Eurovision, we don't think of, no judgment, we don't think of you with the Talharpa on that such a stage. So I'm curious if you could tell me, what did that feel like?
It was very nice experience for us.
Yes. And well, yeah, Eurovision very often actually kind of takes some folk music elements and some more exotic elements and combines it. So in this way, it was maybe not such an exception, but of course it was an honor to present this instrument, Talharpa, to 200
million people saw this.
Yeah, and when we started playing it 20 years ago, there were very, very few players. So the revival had just started, and tradition was dead for a while. So we call our style zombie folk.
How did the Talharpa come to you?
Yeah, we both started to love this instrument.
Yeah, we just saw somebody performing it, and we heard the sound, and were enchanted by it.
Exactly.
And this is from an island. It's not actually from Estonia. It's from an island off of Estonia.
No, this island was last place where they played it. What happened 500 years ago, we don't know exactly.
Yeah, it was
for sure in a land also, but
yeah, they played it in Western Estonia, so not only on one island, but also in coastal regions, and yeah, mainly by Estonian Swedish-speaking population, but also some Estonians who lived in this area, and very, very similar, practically the same instrument also preserved in Karelia in eastern Finland. So they were both kind of periphery.
Yeah. In Finland they call it jouhikko.
Jouhikko.
Yeah,
Okay.
but there was a very dramatic story with the history of Talharpa. It was like the most important instrument at this island called Vormsi until 1870s. A missionary came from Sweden, Lars Johan Österblom, and introduced many modern things about hygiene and also moral hygiene. And people understood that that's actually not good to play this instrument. It's a devil's instrument because people start dancing, and they thought that might be not a good idea. So they gathered all the instruments and
Burned.
yeah,
They burnt them.
they set them in fire. Yeah,
Big fire.
except those two, of course, and some instruments of those people who didn't follow that particular religious movement, but the majority of the island decided it's not a good idea. And then after some years the tradition died out until 1970s. Few enthusiasts started to look at it and search the archives and listen to old recordings.
And it's back again. Now this I find interesting because I've been lucky enough to spend time in Estonia, and you guys are stars in Estonia, especially off of Eurovision. So that changed your world. You've had #1 records, and this isn't niche per se. This is actually popular music in Estonia. And so, Ramo, you played a role in that, in helping revitalize folk music, folkloric music for a whole new generation. And Marko, you're a musician, obviously, but you're a professor.
Oh no, not really a professor. I thought I would become one, but I was just a PhD student of anthropology.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still teaching a little bit also in the college in Viljandi, where they also study folk music. But my background is in social sciences.
And this is an interesting social experiment because obviously we live in the West, we live in Seattle, and rock, hip hop, all these things are the dominant form. But you are presenting something that is uniquely Estonian and is now the thing that people are seeing and hearing of Estonia. That's an interesting place to be.
Yeah, what can you do? Yeah, if you also like us, we also love hip hop and rock, but we have those Talharpas, so we have to make it.
Hey, Talharpa.
We have to make it rock or hip hop. Yeah.
Very good. Estonians take sauna and chocolate very seriously.
Not at the same time.
Yes, it would. That's true. It would melt. It was, and I find, especially here, because you just played yesterday, Estonians gather. They spend time together. It's a lovely grouping. But we spoke about this before. Their relationship to Estonia is kind of trapped in the past. You guys are representing something new to the place with this new old music that is being heard, and sometimes for the first time, and people are learning new things. Estonians are learning new things about their own culture and their own country.
Yeah, well, really, really hard to say that it is what is Estonian culture and what is some influences that we've got from many other countries and traditions. So. Well, it's true that we live in Estonia, and our music definitely reflects our experience and the musical styles we've been listening to, and it's easy to say, or maybe not easy to say, but if you look at traditional instruments, you might think that this is like very, very Estonian music that we are doing, but I'm not very, very sure how Estonian it exactly is.
Okay.
But definitely there are some elements, some references to tradition. And definitely we also represent this kind of new wave of Estonian folk or traditional music. And there have been many other artists also who now tour around the world also with like us, and they have very open approach to tradition. And it's nice to do it when you know that actually there are also people who who really carefully studied more authentic ways of singing or playing the instrument. So if you like to know, you really go back to the roots, you can go to archives, and the archives are there, and there are people who study the correct, or not correct, but the traditional ways of playing or singing. And we are just, our mission is to popularize the instrument and to explore what can you do with it, yeah? Not only the traditional tunes, but to use it as self-expression.
Exactly.
Even develop the playing styles with this instrument, because when it's died out, it was already more than 100 years ago. The developing of this instrument stopped in a way. So the natural way how the technology helped to develop the instruments, as we know all about other instruments, but this somehow stopped in this time, and now
you brought it here.
Yep.
You just finished a tour of America, and that must have been very interesting. And now you're on your way to play in Ukraine after this. That's also very interesting. And obviously you're wearing a Ukrainian flag on your lapel. What is that relationship like for you guys right now, knowing that there is a complicated neighborhood, shall we say, and you have a long history? Estonia was part of the Soviet bloc for a long time, and that is in flux right now. So how does this music playing in the United States and coming and actually playing in Ukraine right now, an active war, what is that? What are you offering? What is it that you want to, obviously your music, you want to make people happy and dance, but there must be something more to that because you're of that history.
Yeah, when this full-scale war started, then of course it was a huge shock, and of course we already expected something like that might happen. But Estonia is in a much more lucky position. We are members of NATO, and we feel ourselves much more secure, and we think that the other neighbors or any country who would should definitely be able to define their future themselves. So if Ukraine has chosen the way of democracy and to look at the West, then there shouldn't be nobody who would say that you don't belong here if they really want to do it. And we feel that we need to support this, and we also feel that Ukraine is now a bastion or like a fighting ground, and they are doing that fighting, and they are protecting the same values that we have. So we cannot afford the luxury of just not thinking about it, or forgetting or getting tired of this conflict and looking at some other things to focus on. So for Estonians, Ukraine is very important. Although there is a long distance between Ukraine and Estonia, we have the same neighbor, Russia, and that's why we feel this. We feel it is important to show our position, and culture is also powerful mechanism, and it's we find that we are not fighting ourselves with guns, but we are performing as musicians, and we hope that we can a little bit support Ukraine with this idea that if people come to our concert, they see this and they a little bit think about it.
Perfect. Thank you. Please be safe. Please come back again. Marko, Ramo, thanks for being here at KEXP.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. This is KEXP, nonprofit arts organization. I'm Darek Mazzone. Thank you for supporting us, and keep watching. Please subscribe and tell the world about us here. I want to thank our amazing video and audio crew and everybody watching right now. Cheers.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.